American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them.
I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touch. Back, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Going to 54, 188. Here we go, 188. Here we go, 46. 26.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A give to Elliott running left. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Throwing, Prescott. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. It's his 3rd year in the league. Not a rookie, not even a sophomore. He's got to know by now when to get rid of the football.
Yeah, so much for the internal clock. I think we put an external clock on that one. We went plus 5 seconds. The ball's got to get away from him. Otherwise, that's the end result.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Here we go, 188. Hey, 47.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Flushed out right. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Prescott looks to throw on first. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's to the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there from 21 yards away. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Nice little nifty play for them there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. This is Elliott. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Now Prescott. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him for a loss of 5. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Dancing to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46, 46.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. Shakes off the sack. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy. And the first play will be a field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now here come the Cowboys. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They begin with a run by Smith. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Prescott now on second down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down. On that incompletion, since we're hitting the home stretch of the regular season here, wanted to talk about some of the sack leaders on the defensive side of the football. Not too many surprises, really, if you look at the top 7 or so. Aaron Donald, he's number 1 right now, 16.5 sacks.
That just tells you the greatness of Aaron Donald, that it's not a surprise to us that he leads in sacks, yet he's mainly a defensive tackle. Usually those guys are not on the top of the leaderboard. It's usually defensive ends and outside linebackers. Some of the other names in there, of course, Von Miller, he's 2nd, and Chandler Jones right behind him. J.J. Watt, Jason Pierre-Paul, Myles Garrett, and Daniil Hunter also chasing that number.
Steps away to his left. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. He may try and run for this. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down.
Going to 54, wide in. Gun. 26.
Prescott from the gun. Airing it out for Hearns. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Let's go, let's finish now.
They'll throw again. Prescott. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now he's flushed out left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
26.
To throw is Prescott. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
46. 26.
First down, Prescott. And that is is incomplete. Cooper again the target, and that'll bring up second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
A second down throw for Prescott. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Forced out to his left. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Second down, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Letting pick down his man. Complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46. We're going to 54. 26.
They go play action here on 1st down. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Good.
On second down, Prescott again. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that's caught inside the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st and 10, Prescott finding room to the 20. Austin's got it left side. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Switch and eight. Here we go. 180. Gun. 26.
From the red zone now, Prescott. This is caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is... All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. A second down throw for Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
You go 47. 26.
Prescott on first down. He's going to air one out. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds him. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation,
and he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Demarcus Lawrence coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Prescott now. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he slides to avoid the hit. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
You go 46, 46. You go 46. 26.
A first down throw for Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys are in for 6.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play, but you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
Throwing, Prescott. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Prescott. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Back now in Arlington. Prescott now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27. Prescott now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Smith trying to run for it. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll give it to him up the middle. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Here we go, 47. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper from 3 yards out. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now a desperation throw. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tavon Austin, 75 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on 2nd down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die 4th down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They're just brimming with it right now.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game, although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
They'll try to close it out now. And this one is right through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll set them back 5.
Honorable C notes.
Yeah.
Buddha
Yeah.
blesses me.
Chill. Yeah. Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the ball now. Swaying doors now. Now smash. Shots and goals. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't ski. Splash. Think about post now on the ground. Man, the leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers. Pockets lettuce. Don't think I'm ready. You got that swag. You got that salt, then sell it. Free mind. Cash them out, we bellin'. Saw my teacher, I was the same student fella. Now I got a lawyer. Straight cash, no settlement. I'm out my element. Out my element. My the same. Don't need no clout, no fame. No clout. Bought the game. All brand new chain.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the architectural wonder that is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it. Up past the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls. Incomplete, and it's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. Throwing again, Prescott on second and 10. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10, down at the 33. Now Prescott. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jack Crawford in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for second and 23. Looking to throw. Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on fourth.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So our initial drive this afternoon results in 3. Not sure that that's a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
You're exactly right about that. I love how you framed it, right? Not sure it's a statement, but at the same time, you're putting something out there, aren't you? Letting them know, hey, we came to play today.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
20.
Here's Ryan. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. On second down, Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 41 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Caught by Jones. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And Down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Oh, it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
You got it. Like 25. 39. 22. Left.
Now the pitch to Freeman. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And a stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find the yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
2nd down, Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Prescott to throw it. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. A gain of 8 and a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Go to 54. Go to 54.
Now Elliott. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd down, Elliott. He finds an opening past the 40. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 72 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam, and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. We get set to see the Falcons offense again, and it's a group that really struggled last weekend in the loss to Baltimore. If you look at the numbers, their worst offensive output in almost 20 years.
And earlier this season, with so many injuries on the defensive side of the ball, the offense was carrying Atlanta. Remember when they had that nice streak and they got to 4-4 and it looked like, hey, they could surge and be a factor? Then the offense has gone south for them.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Prescott, pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, and the pressure gets to him again.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. Buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Prescott on 1st down. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Prescott from the gun. And he's going to go down again. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott now. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Let's get out of there.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. On the screen, this is Coleman. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did it...
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Gun!
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Complete to Jones. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Ryan. Flush to his right. It's caught. Jones. A really good pickup of 28 yards. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Gun! Hey, gun! Ready! Space! 12! Ready, get up!
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, 46. 26.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And off his back foot, he'll heat. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They give him a gain of 38. Now Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. Now the try here for the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Hey, Strickland. Gun.
On second down, Freeman. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
21. Wait. Hey, Tuesday.
On third down, Ryan. And he's got Sanu. And out across midfield down to the 45. First target, first catch, and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to face a third down. To throw again is Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he's got room. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. David Irving forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Now Ryan on second down. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. Mohamed Sanu with nobody ahead of him. Touchdown, Falcons. Mohamed Sanu, 72 yards. And the Falcons get a bit closer.
After allowing that last score, the defense knows they've got to tighten things up. Otherwise, they'll let them right back into the game.
Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now here come the Cowboys. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense.
Swing on the field, right. To the left.
They start on the ground with Elliott, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the fourth. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. A handoff left, Elliott. There he goes again. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. 46.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He'll buy some time right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Here we go, 47, 47. 26, 26.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. One receiver to the left is Cooper. And again, it's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. 61 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Grady Jarrett in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Well, Prescott here to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Point after here coming up. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Ryan now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. They go play action here on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit. Maybe.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Vic Beasley in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.
Up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for him with a visa.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go, 47. Sweat, hey, 26.
First down, Prescott. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Ryan Kerrigan not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Here we go. All right, 26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Prescott looking deep for Elliott. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play here for the Cowboys. 51 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Prescott yet again. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Let's go, go.
A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Peterson, Charles, at age 33, I think when he signed with the Redskins, people were wondering what would this season be like. Well, it started off pretty good.
Yeah, and you remember the reason why they're asking that question. Age 33. Last season didn't end very well in Arizona. Had some good games, but was hurt down the stretch. Didn't have those games again. But now, 96 yards in the season opener for Washington at Arizona. Comes back for 20 against Indianapolis. And then 120, a big performance against Green Bay. At his best, you're getting to Adrian Peterson that defenses fear.
3rd down, it's Adrian Peterson. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
To throw is Smith. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second down, Peterson. Peterson a first down and more. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That run is what defenses don't like about dealing with Adrian Peterson. His ability to drop a shoulder and run through contact.
And he's amazing at keeping those strong legs going, isn't he?
For him, no run is ever truly over. I mean, he's actually not even convinced that when they blow the whistle, he's actually down. That's how he finishes runs in a big way.
And off comes to Peterson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
15, yeah.
They give it to Peterson. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
12. Hey, back up. Orange.
Throwing on third down, Smith. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
15.
They snap it to Smith. Jordan Reed has it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from fourth down to first. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. From the red zone now, Smith. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Paul Richardson from 17 yards out. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Hopkins. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
All praises for a tremendous return, but how about the guys that never gave up on the play, refused to let him get into the end zone, and tracked him down before he got there and made the tackle? A lot of pride exhibited by guys on special teams.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys are in for 6. And his kick is right through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Airing one out for Crowder. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Prescott. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tavon Austin, 64 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Redskins. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
A gain of 32 that time. They'll run it now out of the gun. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, here's Smith. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Hey, back up.
Smith on third down. Going for the deep ball. And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown. Adrian Peterson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins are able to make this a close game again. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And they'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Here's Prescott. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. With that incompletion, let's have a little fun and give a shout-out to the latest 1,000-yard rusher in the NFL, Tom Brady. Only took him 19 years, but he got there.
Did you really have to go snarky there on Tom Brady, getting 19 years to get to 1,000 yards?
We praise him on everything, the incredible career, but, man, 19 years for 1,000 yards, that's something.
What I really enjoyed was how he celebrated it. When he got there, giving the first down signal like he was Cam Newton or someone, I think even he understood, all right, 1,000 yards for me. This is kind of funny.
Yeah, he had a big smile on his face. Also, he did tie Brett Favre for 3rd all-time in passing touchdowns with 5
Not to mention, he did it in another Patriots win.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. As his guys are in for 6. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go, 46, 46. 26.
On second down, Prescott again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Swing to the field, right. To the right. 26.
A give to Elliott. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And Beasley with it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A Dallas first down. Prescott hooking up with Beasley.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
To throw is Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. There he goes inside the 30. Zeke with a shake and bake. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A gain of 39 that time.
A well-executed screen pass means the offensive line has bluffed the defenders. They make them think that they can just get through and get to the quarterback. Instead, they're setting them up. Little screen pass, lofted over them, and now they're in front, and they get downfield for big yardage when they do it right.
It's a keeper with Prescott. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Hey, give him credit. That's a good, solid game there in the sneak because it all comes together. Enough space.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 39 that time. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt. And so far, it's working for both of them.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Hey, back up.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Smith. being chased out left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, back up.
To the air again, Smith. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Prescott looks to throw on first. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Oftentimes, guys who do a really nice job on the wide receiver screen plays are really good punt returners. It's the same skill. Make the first guy miss and then pick up your blocking and get downfield. Nice gain on that play.
Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A 1st down throw for Prescott. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Zach Brown in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
After the interception, here's Smith. He's got his man on the crossing route. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. To throw on second down is Smith. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 47. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
A second down throw for Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. The give is to Allen. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go, 46. 26.
Throwing, Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
And they just hit another big completion there, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And when it turns out, it turns out.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the second. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And here come the Redskins now. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Set. Right.
Now it's Smith. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. On first down, Smith. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Smith finding his big tight end read for a Redskins first.
15.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing is Smith. And this is caught in the end zone. It's Dotson for the Redskins touchdown. Josh Doctson from 3 yards out. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. One last throw here for Smith. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And what could he possibly be thinking? He just took the fair catch at the 1-yard line. Major mistake. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.